Yo, what's good? So this video is about cheating in class. Everyone has obviously cheated in class. Like, if you say I'm not cheating in class, then I don't know, maybe it's just different. But of course, you have to have cheated. You might have studied for something and then you just forget. So you have to cheat, man.
As a junior, I was taking Algebra 1, right? And I've always low-key sucked at math. Like, for some reason, every other class I could do well in if I
Right,
tried hard
I
enough.
never sucked
But
in
math,
math.
even while
My
trying hard
problem was
enough, I would
biology.
still suck at. And, like, genuinely just couldn't get it. And at one point in that year, my grade was, like, a 70-something, and we had an upcoming test. And like every other test we had so far, I was probably gonna get like a 30 on it. And if I did, I would have definitely been failing, and that just wasn't happening. So test day came, I was in my seat, listening to my teachers telling everyone put their phones up in their backpacks and like their backpacks up against the wall, blah 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 blah. The same test day at Yap, right? And like usual, I didn't put my phone up. I just kept it in my pocket, and literally everyone in class did the same thing, whether they planned on using their phone to try to cheat or.
The thing about cheating is that your conscience. I don't know. For me, let's say I'm on my phone. Someone's just telling me that it was only me. I'm doing the bad thing that and I get caught. But when others are doing it, they won't get caught. It's just like very weird.
Not like people just wanted their phones on them, which is valid. So the test was passed out, and I looked down at it and was like, nope. Like I already knew I was cooked. I looked at the test and understood nothing. Even though I actually tried to study for this one too, I wasn't about to sit here and take another L. So I looked over at my teacher and saw she was turned around looking at her computer, and all the, you know what I'm saying, everything started to align to me. I was like, this is my chance. Now my plan was to pull up my phone and use photomath, if you know what that is, to get the answers. Now the thing with photomath is the quickest way to get the answers would be take a picture of your, you know what I'm saying, and then do the math for you. Now I wasn't about to just sit here and
Well, in
pull
my
up my
school,
phone and
like
take a
my
picture
high
of
school,
my
we couldn't
test
use
in the
phones,
middle
so
of class. I'm not an idiot,
just have to make sure you
but
sat
I
beside
had
the
another
smartest
idea.
person. Just
I pulled out
know,
my AirPod case and put it
you know
on
what
my
I'm
desk.
saying.
And I was
Just
like, I'm pretending doing my test for a
oh yeah, they have your guys already.
continue
That you guys
to
already know that I
fit
go to cheat.
while
So
doing
just
some questions, so
communicate.
the test was perfect all of a sudden. Which trust me, my teacher would have seen my 100 test score out of all like the 30s and 40s I had gone through the entire like school year and said nothing. I was just thinking with some like light Yagami levels of deduction and overthinking. So I had planned everything out where I would get a score just high enough to keep my grade from going below 70.
Yeah,
to, like, not around.
this is real game. I'm not that I'm saying you guys should cheat, but then never get everything. If you get everything, to be so suspicious. So you have to fail someone on purpose. Then so the teacher will not suspect that. Okay.
Or whatever. So my AirPod case was on my desk, right? And after like doing 3 questions, and when I say doing, I mean like randomly writing down shit. I ain't know nothing on that test. I grabbed my pencil and wrote down one of the questions on the front of my AirPod case, and then I realized I could fit like 5 questions on this hoe. So I wrote down some questions on my AirPod case.
Yeah, I wrote
grabbed
all
my
the
AirPods,
questions.
and then asked to use the bathroom. And I went to the bathroom. And the second I walked in there, I pulled out my case, and then I pulled out my phone. And I started typing the answers in on photomath. Like I was literally cooking. Like this whole plan was genius. Even though I definitely wasn't the first or last to think of doing something like this, and it was probably the most
Everyone has
necessary thing I was doing. But I got the answers, and since there wasn't like room on my AirPods, I wiped off the answers and replaced them with the questions where the answers were, so I wouldn't like get confused and everything. So after standing in the middle of the bathroom writing on my AirPod case, probably looked like a crazy person on the bros. Like if someone walked into the bathroom and then saw a dude standing in the doorway writing under the
Bro, there was one exam. Someone wrote on their jeans, bro. So bro, I think I wrote mine in paper, but then I was sitting directly under the camera, so I couldn't even bring out the answers. So I was just like, I'm cooked, man. And the implementer was beside me. That's how to solve everything, man. Like
AirPod case. They're probably like, what the hell? So after completing my mission, I walked back to class with a smirk on my face, like, oh yeah, I just did that shit. While there were like 4 kids in my class just casually using their phones to cheat, probably. Just, sitting there with their phones in their laps, looking up and down their tests, casually cheating. And we got my dumbass over here, thought I was the anime protagonist doing some actual crazy shit just to get answers for the most insignificant test possible, right? So I got back to class and I sat down and I whipped out my AirPod cheat sheet, put it on my desk and started answering some of the questions. And like I said earlier, I only wanted to cheat on some of my questions for some reason, even though, like I said, 100 would have been cooler and definitely better for my grade. But also, I couldn't write my whole test on my goddamn AirPod case, so like, it was whatever basically. And I did my test and ended up getting like a 73 on it, which to you smart people was probably like bad,
73?
but to me that was like an actual miracle. Like a 73.
I think it was
better than
75.
anything I could
But
have
some schools
asked
A
for.
70.
And the craziest thing is, I dead got caught cheating one time in this class. My teacher let it slide. Like, I was on my phone while we were doing a test and it was on my lap. And like I said before, all our phones supposed to be in our backpacks, which we then put against the wall far away from us, right? So I'm sitting there looking down at my lap every now and then, being very inconspicuous about what I'm doing. And she caught me, right? She walked over and she was just like, "You're not supposed to be on your phone." And I was like, "Oh, I was texting my mom." And for some reason, I can't tell you why, she let it slide. And I was genuinely confused. Like, she should have known.
Put your phone up
she
there.
did know what I was doing. And I don't know. I guess she's trying to let me make.
Bro, in my college, if you are caught your phone, bro, you have failed that course. Like, you have failed that course. So you have to pay to you right. Like, you're cooked. Me, I'm already scared that, nah, no way. I'm not even trying to risk it. And then there was someone beside me. Bro, she just kept a phone in a shirt. Just started going through it. I'm like, bro, what? This girl is crazy.
She probably knew that I was cooked already in this math class. She was like, nah, I'll let him have this one, you know what I'm saying? Which I was thinking about that whole interaction previously to me doing what I did on this test, because I was like, if I get caught this time, oh, I'm definitely cooked for sure. Which made it like all the more, a little bit more goofy with how I cheated on this test and only got a 73 if I haven't mentioned that, by the way. Yeah, 73. Yeah. Don't cheat on your test, kids. I know what you're thinking. You're like, Jay's been like 3 years. Why haven't you posted? Guys, listen. I've been locked in on some other things. Some cool little.
Yeah, man, I guess that'll be the end of the video. So my advice for you guys, don't cheat, man. Just study hard. Study hard. Like, if you don't understand it, then just do your best, man, and leave the rest. Yeah.